Overcast night here in Southern California as we welcome you inside Petco Park in San Diego. Tonight it's the first of 3 to start the new week between the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Mike Clevenger will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, at first glance, he's not your ordinary-looking pitcher. He's got that long flow going, those long locks. But I'll tell you what, he has a big arm, has a good fastball, good hard-breaking stuff to go along with it. He's been a very solid pitcher for the last few seasons.
Into the box, Orlando Arcia. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Here's the first pitch to him. Down the left field line and deep. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball.
First pitch, 7-11.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Stepping in now, Tim Lopes. Guys, the swinging Friars as they take the field here tonight. They come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long, long winning streak.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
Bases are empty, one man out. Fouled away. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Here's Colton Wong now. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The 0-1 on its way. To first. Hosmer has it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Brandon Woodruff gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
For the Padres.
And now, Tommy
The left
Pham.
fielder.
It's been a really slow
Tommy.
start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Now here's the first offering. As he'll reach unsuccessfully at a slider away, it's strike one. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Now a little pop-up here right in front of the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. Giro, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch, get ahead, get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Shaw fields it cleanly, and there's out number 2.
Batting third, the shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and up steps the big bat of Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch of the AB now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Daniel Vogelback trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
No. 1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0.
Ball.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
2-1 the count. Into the windup and the pitch. And he struck him out.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Travis Shaw is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. Here's the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Under it is Myers, and there are 2 away now.
Batting sixth, the catcher, number 9, Manny Pena.
Stepping up is Manny Pena. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And now the first pitch.
Ball. 1-0.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
One of my pet peeves in the game. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. You're all over the heater. How are you late on that fastball?
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Grisham makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning now. And standing in now, the always dangerous third baseman, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Ball.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Robertson is camped under this one. 1 down.
Batting fifth.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in as he'll take a look at ball 1. For his career in this matchup, he's 0 for 5. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Woodruff has a reputation as a strike thrower, although that doesn't often result in a ton of strikeouts. A typical start may find him with a low walk total and the ball in play a lot.
Matty, he's what they call today one of those pitch to contact kind of guys. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He relies a lot on his defense, and one of the keys, he's not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. With that said, he needs some defense behind him because he's not going to get a whole lot of swings and misses.
Here's the pitch.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And that's the second out.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Here's Will Myers, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The windup and the 0-1. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. A 1-2 count to Will Myers.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2.
Ball.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a two-seamer, and the inning is over. Clearly enjoying their time here at the ballpark, as are we. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Now to bat, Daniel Robertson. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Here's the pitch. Lifted into center field. Back goes Grisham. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting 8th, the second baseman, Luis Urias.
Up next, Luis Urias. First offering on its way. Strike taken up in the zone.
No ball.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again, or something slow below the zone?
The count now at 2-2. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Next to dig in, Brandon Woodruff. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball 1. 1-0.
A little bouncer. Third inning, no score to this point. 1-2 to the Brewers pitcher.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. Home half of the third coming up. No score. That'll bring up Austin Nola, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Now here's the first offering.
No.
The 1-1 home is in there for the second strike.
Playing 12. 1-2 to count.
It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. Here now the 2-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Line drive to center field, and the Friars are into the hit column.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
In to hit will be Trent Grisham as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. Tried to get some loft to that swing, but it's 1-1.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
And he fouls this one off. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
In now, Mike Clevenger, and they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And the pitch. Swing and a liner. It's down for extra bases, and the Brewers have their first hit of the game. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Now into the box, Tim Lopes, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
In there, 1-1. Arcia stands at second with no outs. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Tim Lopes goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. Colton Wong will stand in as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Into the corner and slicing foul.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. In the dirt here. Throw goes over to third, and it's too late as he's in there.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. Hit out towards second. Scooped up. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
That's good hitting right there. Put the ball in play and let the guy trot home from third to put your team on the board. Good baseball.
Daniel Vogelback's next. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
That's in there. 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholding a certain area.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Milwaukee leads it 1-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Tommy Pham. First pitch on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Now the 2-0. Line drive to left. And he will reach down to get it as a stumbling play that time is nevertheless good for the first down.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
And at the plate is Jake Cronenworth as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Again, he sends it out of play. The 0-2 once more. Sent on the ground out to second. And there are 2 away now.
Well executed 2-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Two and 0. Three and 0 now.
Now with the base is empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
No runs, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
Fell behind early in this one 3-0 and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Popped him up. Pena moving to his left. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. It remains 1-0. New inning set to get underway, and that brings up the left-handed hitter Travis Shaw.
The third baseman, Travis Shaw.
Here's the first pitch to him as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. The 1-0. And it's 1-2.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Now to the plate,
catcher,
Manny Pena flew out last time up. First pitch on the way. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
1-2.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Now another 1-2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him. Into the box now, Daniel Robertson, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
Wow, that pitch wasn't even close, and he almost chased it. If I'm the pitcher, I'm going to expand the zone even more on the next one.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0.
No strike.
2 out, nobody on. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And this one misses inside. A ball, he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
The batter number 2, second baseman.
So the next to bat will be Luis Urias. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Robertson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball. Put himself right back in this at bat.
Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
For the Padres, the third baseman, Manny Machado.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
A ball and a strike now to Machado.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. So 1 down, no one aboard. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. The pitch.
Ball, no.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 1-0 delivery. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So only the second hit he's given up tonight.
Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
So next to hit is Will Myers, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Now the first pitch.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Well, these guys haven't had too many opportunities yet to test the running game in this one, so they could decide to put a man in motion right here.
And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. And gone. A dramatic home run that gives them their first lead of the game. Two-run home run off the bat of Will Myers. Second home run early in the year, and it gives the Padres a 2-1 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
At the plate, Austin Nola. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Ball one. Still only one out in the inning. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
The 3-1. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Robertson is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
The center fielder, number 2, Grisham.
Bases are empty here with 2 away, and that brings up Trent Grisham. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
3-2 pitch. Locks him up for strike 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Through 5 innings, it's now 2-1 Friars. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. He said the problem is they're allowing themselves to fall behind in the count way too often, which is forcing them to constantly be in protect mode and swing at bad pitches. A lot of their outs have come from at-bats where they've fallen behind, so the focus going forward needs to be about being the aggressor early in the at-bats.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Number 53, Brandon.
First pitch coming. Here it is. That's lifted the other way out to left. Pham is right there, and it's a very quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Orlando Arcia. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
A ball and no strikes.
1-0.
The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Into the windup and the pitch. Still a ball and 2 strikes. He'll try again, 1-2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a blooper down the right field line. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
And now in the box, Tim Lopes. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. He's set and the pitch. Arcia stands at first with 1 out. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Here's a pop-up now. Hosmer in foul ground, and no one will track it down. Another 0-2 home. Runners on first with 1 down. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Grisham is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, the center fielder, Colton Wong.
Now the skipper of the Padres is up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Matt Strahm takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Number 55, Matt Strahm.
Happy birthday to me.
So next to bat will be Colton Wong. His prior history versus this arm, he's hitless in 3 at-bats. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. A runner on first with 2 away. 2-0 to the Brewers center fielder.
Well, you see this a lot. A guy comes out of the bullpen throwing bullets, but he has a tough time finding the zone. Trust me, velocity is a great weapon if the hitters are tempted to swing.
3-0 to him now. Comes set. Now the pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
Striding in is Daniel Vogelback. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Boy, the Brewers haven't done much up to this point. They need to get something going, and they need to get it going right now.
The 0-1 offering. And there's a base hit on the line. Arcia Rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate. It's a 2-2 game.
You know, D-Row, there are certain hitters that just love to come up and clutch two-out RBI situations, and this guy certainly is one of those guys.
Yeah, they're able to slow the moment down. It's not for everybody. This guy has ice water in his veins, consistently coming through in big spots. Nice job right there to tie this one up.
So digging in next will be Travis Shaw. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Two and one after the foul ball there. The set and the 2-1.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Here's the payoff pitch. Softly hit toward the hole. Reined in. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. Brewers forced to settle for one. Brian O'Grady is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Brian O'Grady.
First pitch of the AB on its way. As he'll take a look at ball one. O'Grady, a former Tampa Bay Ray, he was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a one-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season. When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Up next for the Padres, the left fielder, Tommy.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Tommy Pham. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. And now the first pitch.
Ball. 1-0.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Digging in next, Jake Cronenworth. He grounded out last time up. Now here's the first offering. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a shot toward right center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
Fernando Tatis Jr. is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. And here's one that misses to the Friars shortstop. It's a ball and a strike. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Called strike 2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on MLB Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So the call's gone out for the right-hander Mark Melanson as he'll take over on the mound.
Mark Melanson.
7th inning ready to roll, and next to hit is the catcher Manny Pena.
The catcher, Manny Pena.
Now the first pitch. Hit in the air down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Into right field. That's a base hit.
Many guys fall victim to the breaking ball and want to get out in front of it, and they end up rolling it over to the pull side. Batter was able to execute, stay inside, keep his hands back, and drive it the other way.
So now to the plate, Daniel Robertson, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. It was a walk in his last trip. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a blooper to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
The batter number 2.
Boy, not the prettiest of swings, D-Roll. That looked a little bit from the Vladimir Guerrero book, but nonetheless, he got the job done.
Yeah, a little choke and poke right there. He flipped the bat out there and was able to find a little empty green grass. Not pretty, but he'll take it.
And that'll bring forth Luis Urias. Line drive, base hit down the line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's what makes you feel really good about yourself.
Christian Yelich will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 22, Christian Yelich.
First pitch on the way. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Hit down the line at first. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Errors are going to happen even at this level, but you'd like to limit them to times when they don't hurt you too much. Well, so much for that. The error brings 2 runs across the plate, so that did really sting.